Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again to Blake's Big Walk. I appreciate it, and this is my why I'm doing this walk. But before I get started with the why I am doing it, I'm going to talk about the why I am not doing it. I'm not doing this for any political or anti political or religious or anti capitalist or any reasons associated with anything like that. I'm doing it for the reasons I list in this video. So, my first reason is the biggest reason of all, and that is I truly believe that this is my calling, my purpose in life, if there is such a thing. And I came up with the idea of doing this walk a little while ago, and my heart immediately went to this is what you're supposed to do. So it feels right to me, and that came with some emotions that were overwhelming, including, the thought that if this is my purpose in life, and once I fulfill that purpose, does that mean I'm going to die? Um, I don't know. I'm going to try to live without worrying about that because I'm going to die anyways. I'm not really sure what to do with all those emotions yet. I'm still working all that out. The second reason why I'm doing this is to help people smile, which makes sense because I'm going to be street performing as a comedian and a musician, which I've been performing for most of my life. I realized here in the last few years that my favorite thing in the world is to help people smile. So, um, if I can help people smile uh, well enough, then maybe some good will come out of that. Which goes along with the third reason, which is to inspire people. If I'm helping people smile and I'm doing it for free, at least as much as I possibly can, then maybe people will pay it forward and either help themselves or help other people or both. Hopefully, it would be both. Something that's good to their heart, whatever that may be. My fourth reason is I want to. I was been wanting to just shoot for the stars. Like I wanted to do something like big, and it didn't necessarily have to be something like this where I was gonna start a YouTube channel and try to get people to do all this good stuff. But I mean, for all I knew, it could have been just climbing Mount Everest or whatever. But here in the last 4 years, I just did an Ironman triathlon. I did David Goggins 4x4x48 challenge last year. I put on a 24-hour comedy marathon with over 50 comedians in it, and I was a part of the entire project. I put on the whole thing myself, but I was also on the whole 24 hours with the exception of a few minutes. Plus, in 2018, I paid off all my debt. In 2019, I quit my job and I just traveled all the way up until the start of the pandemic. And with all that, I was like, well, what else can I do? And the thought just popped into my head, and now I'm running with it. So here we are. My next reason is the adventure. How is this not going to be an adventure? Walking all around the U.S., seeing tons of places I've never seen, probably meeting a bunch of people I've never met from all walks of life, plus sleeping in the wilderness, probably sleeping in hidden places in cities that I'll be going through, potentially couch surfing, maybe even getting a hotel or a motel or a hostel from time to time as well, or figuring out how to stay, keep as clean as possible and being self-sustainable as much as possible, and plus how to entertain an ongoing uh, movement of people and keeping their attention well enough to help get them to want to do something good as well. I mean, this is gonna be a huge adventure, and I like adventure. Quitting my job and traveling was a lot of adventure and a lot of fun, and so why not? The next reason, number six, is I'm going to learn about myself. I want to learn about myself. There's plenty of things that I don't know. When I did the Ironman here just a few months back, on the very last half mile of the entire race, I was able to push myself to run at a much faster pace than I was going, and I didn't know I had that in me. And I thought, where was this 10 miles ago? And the reason was I was giving up and I wasn't trying to push myself. But now I know that I can. And that's going to be very much needed for an event that's going to go on for probably 2 to 3 or even more years of my life, where I'm probably going to want to quit often. So, but I know I'm going to learn little things. I know I'm going to learn big things, and it's going to be painful, just like a lot of learning situations are, especially when they're big lessons in life. Reason number 7 is to find that kid in me again that I lost. I wouldn't say I've lost it. Doing comedy, especially like improv, you're always in the moment. When I'm with my friends, I'm in the moment. I'm a fun and silly guy, but often, especially when I'm by myself, I'm always worried about the past or the future and all that stuff. And you know, I feel like when you're growing up, you're always asked, "What are you gonna be? What are you gonna be?" Or get out of college, like, "Oh, you gotta start saving for retirement." I was like, I don't want to worry about that stuff. Right now, I just want to worry about right now because I have no idea what happens after I die. Maybe I continue on in another life, or maybe that's it. And I'm trying to live my life like this is all I will ever have, and I have to make the best of it, which I have not done throughout my life. When I was a kid, sure, I had imagination and was creative, and I'm slowly getting that back now. And I made a pretty hard decision here recently to be far more positive instead of going to the negative. And I know I did that for attention. I wanted people to feel bad for me. Why do I want to live like that? I don't. I want to be happy, and I want other people to be happy too. Reason number 8, working a 9 to 5 isn't for me, and I'm not going to be doing that for the most part on this trip. If I get stuck somewhere, say because of the weather for a while, then I might take a job while I'm there and make a little extra money or whatever it gets me. But I have no plans for what my life's going to be like after this trip. I'm not even thinking about it. I have a feeling I'm probably never going to work a regular job again. I'm in my 40s. I've been working since I was 11. Why do I even want to think about that? And I've never enjoyed the 9 to 5, and as I get older, it's becoming more and more of not me. We'll see what happens afterwards. The final reason, at least that I know of for now, and this is one I debated talking about, and this is probably the most difficult one, is to prove to myself that I'm a good person. But I have a history of drug and alcohol abuse, and I did a lot of bad things during those times, and this history spans over 20 years of my life, and that only made me feel more lonely in life, and the loneliness itself has caused issues, especially here in the last 3 to 4 years, where I would start lashing out because I was lonely and I don't have a significant other and whatnot. Someone was taking the brunt of that, and fortunately, they've shown me nothing but patience and been very nice about it. That taught me a pretty big lesson in life, which has also been a big reason why here recently I decided I'm going to be as positive as I can. I know I'm a good person. I know I have a good heart. I know I do good things. But I had some pretty horrible moments in life that I'm not proud of. Maybe one day I'll talk about them, and maybe not. But I am working through this now. Everything is overwhelming. I'm trying to figure all this out, and I need to just keep this going and do what I can and keep writing jokes and getting on stage and writing songs and practicing songs and figuring out what camping gear I need and how I'm gonna walk like this and all that stuff. I'm figuring all that out. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your time, and have a good day.